Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Got Back Global Opportunity. Tammy and Chris here from Daytona Beach, Florida. I hope everybody had an awesome weekend. Some of you had long weekend. I know in Canada it was Family Day in a lot of the markets, and of course in the U.S. it was President's Day yesterday. So a lot of people had some extra time with their family. So that was totally awesome. Actually, Chris and I were traveling with some friends, and it was phenomenal. We were on a boat, did some paddle boarding, kind of took a little bit of a break, and it's nice to have that quality time with our families. So I hope you guys had a great time over the weekend. Welcome everybody. I'm seeing some of you logging in here from different parts of the world. Mark, welcome. I love your energy, so fantastic. Hey, Nelson, welcome. Inyodam, welcome from Ghana. If you want to say where you're from, that's fabulous. Marcus, welcome. I know you're in the car doing errands. Deb, welcome to the session today. And who else do we have? Oh, from Greece. Fantastic. Welcome, sir. And we have Frank in Clearwater, Florida, not too far from us. And Ricardo, welcome. Oh, from Jamaica. Fantastic. Don't you love being part of a business that you can do business all around the world? One of my favorite things is making more money when we sleep. If you would like to make more money while you sleep, being able to build a global business, put a 1 in the chat. I know we have a little bit of a delay, but I'd love to hear who's serious about building their business. Selby,
We have also Nelson
Dave,
from Panama
welcome.
City. Tammy, you missed there, and we
Did I
have
miss
Abbas
one?
from Ghana.
Oh my gosh. Well, welcome everybody. So grateful that you're taking the time out to have a look at this opportunity. For those of you who are already part of the Got Back Up family, you know how amazing this business is. Absolutely. So go ahead, Chris.
Absolutely. So, folks, listen, this is the kind of opportunity where, hey, you can be in Panama, you can be in Florida, you could be in Ghana, you can be in Toronto, Canada, you could be in Australia, you could be anywhere in Greece, you could be all over the world, and you can do this business. It is nickel and dimes to start this business, but the rewards are phenomenal. And make sure you stay tuned to the end, because we want to tell you what Tammy and I are working on with a whole bunch of leaders on creating what we call a training around the core rank. Tammy and I have made millions and millions of dollars in this industry by teaching our teams to reach core rank and duplicating the core rank, which is exactly what is going to happen here. Which brings us to the point that we are an opportunity, folks, that empowers families with a global opportunity. This is exactly what I just stated. We are seeing massive growth, and folks, it's really time to turn your dreams into reality, right? So the fact here is, why are you here? Well, like I stated, it's time to turn your dream into reality, folks. You know, the media will make you believe that inflation is difficult and there's no jobs. And folks, at the end of the day, what's going on, it's not about the fact that there is no jobs. There is a different level of work, different kind of work that is needed. Different skills are needed. And there's always going to be work. But instead of working for someone else and feeding someone else's dreams, why don't we feed your dreams by fulfilling your opportunity? And this is exactly what we're presenting to you here. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, absolutely. And Got Back Up is here to help average people, just like Chris and I. We are average people who wanted to have an above average lifestyle. And we found a way through building businesses from home. So it's been fantastic. We've had an incredible 28 years, Chris. It's going so fast. Where we take control of our lives. We have our own choices. We've done so many things, and we've helped so many people along the way. And the key is to have a desire, a huge desire to achieve, and to have that work
Absolutely.
ethic behind it. Yeah.
Yeah. And Marcus stated, for example, that he's had a lot of interest from the Philippines. And again, folks, there is interest from all over the world. Now, a little bit of background. The company, folks, began in 1997. So it's not a new company. The company's been around for a long time. And Got Back Up, though, started less than a year ago. And in fact, this company started back in Gatineau, Quebec. And I remember I was one of Joel's clients, one of GVO, that was the company. In fact, at the time it was called the Hot Conference. Long story short, is I needed server space to be able to host my website to support my network marketing team. That's all it all came to be for me. That was back in late 1999 or 2000 or 2001 or two, exact date I don't remember. But the point is, I remember Joel telling me that the company has surpassed the bandwidth capability in the city that he was in to be able to support the clientele that was coming in. And he told me they were going in Texas. And I didn't realize how big this would become. So they bought this 10,000 square feet data center, which is completely paid for now. This is a debt-free company. They own everything. And instead of me kind of saying all the details, let our CEO state it for himself so you can get a better idea of what's
Hey
going
guys,
on.
welcome to the corporate office of Got Backup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure and how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room, and what we're going to do is we're going to take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I want to explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm going to code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if God forbid, a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible. But if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened.
So you heard it from Joel here. So at the end of the day here, folks, is you have a very secured environment. Feel free to share this video. This video is actually on the YouTube channel of God Backup. You can share it with your prospects so they can get a feel for what's going on. And remember, there's other presentations like this that are giving some information from different point of views. At the end of the day, folks, is you have a 10,000 square feet data center that is ready to support you and help you grow your business. Back to you, Tammy.
All righty, so let's talk about some of the global trends out there in the world today, because if you want to have a successful business, you got to tap into trends and catch the wave. And Got Backup started in April of last year. So timing, you guys. And as you can see, the trend number one is all about smartphones. It's all about tapping into a massive market, almost 7 billion smartphones in the world today. So you can see the growth potential, the high demand, and of course, all of that equals financial opportunity for you.
I totally agree, Tammy. If you look at the stats over here, percentage in global mobile traffic from 2011 to 2023, folks, it's staggering. And this is 2023. We're in 2024 right now. So we'll be updating these slides very soon. The point is the numbers are staggering and growing fast. So again, this is a red flag on a positive sense of the word. That is an indication that there's going to be more demand to store data. And I truly, truly believe that in the future, our devices here that we have, I do not believe that they're going to carry a lot of space anymore, because it's not going to be necessary because of the speed of transfer. Every device will eventually end up with a cloud service. So folks, you're at the forefront of the future with God Backup. Back to you.
And let's face it, we're all cell phone addicted. I know I talk to everybody who has cell phones, and it's interesting that every single time somebody doesn't have their cell phone on them, they're always searching for their phones. Always, always, always. I know we can't go without ours. I'm sure that you get lost without yours. And you can see all the statistics. It's quite amazing to see, how much of a percentage people are using their phone. And I don't know if you can read all of this, but 75% have admitted that they're addicted. And you've got 57.4% use their phones on dates. That's a no-no. But people pick up their phones. They have their phones with them all the time, right? And people use it for their alarm clock. And even in the bathroom, that one is so true. Every time people go to the bathroom, they're grabbing their phones. And it's a way of being entertained, I guess, but we're so used to holding on to our phones and walking around with our phones, even our kids. It's so funny. And you probably feel that too with your kids or your grandkids. You're in the same household, yet you're texting each other. How many people do that? And it's just amazing how we're really, really addicted to it. So that's
an understatement. And there's a downside to this, right? Is the data loss is growing, right? Amazing. 45% of cell phone users have accidentally damaged their cell phones and lost their data. 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. Laptops and cell phones are stolen every 43 seconds.
Yeah, and all three of those have happened to Chris and I over the years. It's crazy. And you can see these two indications of why you want to really look at Got Backup, and that is people's storage are full all the time. They're constantly getting these reminders. And what do people do? Well, they either upgrade or they start deleting stuff. And who wants to delete memories of great things that have happened in their lives? So people tend to upgrade for sure. So these are
that's correct. So at this point, we just ended the trend one. Now we're getting to the second trend, which is to make more money. 42%, if I may speak within the North American market here, 42% of Americans have side gigs, side businesses. 42%. That's like close to half of the population here. 62% are Gen Z. That's 18 to 25, which are my kids. Many of you can probably relate. What about the rest of the world? Folks, this trend is a massive trend. And that's the reason why the network marketing arena that are providing tangible, useful services to the general public at a price that everybody can afford is going to absolutely explode. There's a lot of things that are coming with God Backup. There's a lot of little things that are going to really help you grow your business that are coming your way. So stay the course and keep moving forward, folks. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, and the key is to leverage trends, and that's how you grow in your financial and grow in business. So Got Backup is the answer.
Absolutely. And what we're going to share with you is we're going to talk a little bit about our core product, which is what everybody's looking for. And we're also going to touch on the VIP option that you have to basically give you the upper hand on growing and promoting your business and making use of some very powerful tools that are available to you for, again, nickel and dimes.
All right. So Got Backup is the only company that offers 6 terabytes of data storage. You can have up to 6 people on one account. So families would love to hear about this. Unlimited devices, and all of this for $10 a month, $9.97. And it's an opportunity for you to get paid. So it's a home-based business. And how many people do you know are working from home and making extra money at home now? They would want to hear about this amazing trend that's happening.
So when you look at your competitors, right, we have iCloud. I mean, I'm sure every one of you that owns an iPhone, you know of iCloud because there's the free version that comes with your phone. And of course, there's the upgraded version that you pay something like $12 or $9, depending if you're Canadian or American, but it's around $9, let's run it up to $10 to simplify the numbers. The fact here is they give you 2 terabytes. And I know if you want to have 6 terabytes with iCloud, it's going to cost you more like in a range of $30 a month. It's quite serious, right? Dropbox, $9.99, right? 2 terabytes. I know there might be, I know right now they're trying to catch up. There might be more users, but again, within the same price. And then Google Drive, $9.99, 2 terabytes. You can up to 6 users. I know there's OneDrive with Microsoft that offers its software and everything else. But folks, they do not pay you. This here, they pay you. We have many, many people that are already earning 5 figures with Got Backup. Some of us is cumulative, and some of us is becoming monthly with a $9.97 a month fee. Think about it. So we have the family plan, which is $9.97. Again, I'll run it up to $10. You can have up to 6 separate accounts. And you have, as you heard earlier, right? We have security, we have priority support, and it's a really simple, manageable system that's even going to simplify. And here's the kicker. You can pay monthly or yearly. Now, if you pay yearly, you're saving 2 months. So it goes down to around $8 a month if you pay yearly. Do you see, folks, the benefits here? So again, it's nickel and dimes, a price that everyone can afford.
Yeah, and I have a lot of friends right now that are ready to give up, Dropbox and all those extra ones once they heard about the Got Backup. So it's been phenomenal, the result that we're getting when we're talking to people. Everybody's looking to have more of and value, right? It's all about value. And you get 3 times more than what the competitors out there that are charging. Plus, there's an opportunity on top of it. So I won't repeat what Chris just shared with you. Basically, on this slide is all what Chris just shared, wrapped it all up in summary. And you've got the security, you've got everything with Got Backup.
That's correct, Tammy. And remember, there's some people that are saying, well, what about expansion? What if we turn around and we pass over 1 million? Folks, they have 10,000 square feet of space. They're only using probably about less than 5%. Do you see that if they could have a harvest of servers in there if this keeps growing? So at the end of the day, folks, here is there's no issues whatsoever when it comes to the user increasing in the demand. Now, here's the other thing I want to talk about. Remember, I talked about the VIP. So Tammy just talked about the core element. That's your core product. And you can go all the way to the top of your core product. But they speed up the process. They added services. And I'll share with you how much it costs in a minute. But folks, these are individual services that you would pay. For example, VDuber. This is a video uploader where you can upload videos. You can do it with your cell phones. You can store them all. And then you can use the link that it will generate for you. You can post them into your social media platforms, or you can even use them into the email marketing. We'll talk to you about a little bit later. It's one of the products that's offered with a core product with the $9.97. You don't just get a backup service. You also get a complete marketing system with an email marketing system. So again, this is something that's added on here for around $300 a year. The next one is they have a memory place. This is a really cool feature where you can upload all your pictures. You can make them available for the entire world to see, or your social network to see. Even it gets better than that. You can send that link to your social network, whoever participated to whatever event you took the pictures from, and you can upload all their pictures there. And as they upload their pictures there, then also the same thing is that it's a lead that will start receiving information. Ask them, hey, are you interested to have that same service? Isn't that cool? So it expands your reach throughout your social network. But this is a place where you can share all your pictures, and also everybody that was there that maybe took pictures that you don't have can also be uploaded to that service that you can access, and everybody else can access. Really cool. Again, $300 a year. The next one, this is a personal promo link where, when you start, you got backup. Many of you are here. You probably were giving a link that you saw that says, oh, that's interesting. And then you put your name and your email, and you start receiving campaign emails telling you all about Got Backup. Well, we have that system, but now you have the option to modify the complete landing page. That's what it's called. And then from there, if let's say you wanted to have in Greek, or you wanted to have in different languages that is not currently available, you can do that. It's really interesting. And this will be tied down to an email campaign of a language of your choice that you can create yourself. So folks, all of that is included. Again, $250 a year. And the last point I want to share with you in the VIP that costs about $200 a year is to have what we call a custom domain link, where you can own the domain and you can actually create. Again, this might be a little bit technical for some of you, but the point is available where you can use an existing domain and point it to any of the tools that are available in Got Backup to promote your business using your domain. Very, very, very cool. So again, Tammy, that's exciting to me.
And honestly, you guys, you don't have to be techie. I'm really not a techie person, and I'm using the features and I love them. So just for those of you who might be a little bit nervous around that, no worries at all. And you know what I love is they actually have videos for everything. Simple videos for you to learn how to do things. So basically, Backup is the only cloud storage service that will pay you. The only. I mean, talk about being in front of a trend. So let's talk a little bit about how you can earn money by partnering as a member. So a direct referral commission. So every single person that you personally speak with that sign up with the $10 a month, you're going to get 200%, which is $20. Every single person, $20. And then every single month after, you're going to get 25% from that person. So it's continual residual income. All right. And then, so for an example, if you talk to 20 people and those 20 people get started, you get $20 times 20 people, that's $400 commission. And if you set yourself a goal, which most people are doing, is to get their first 20 in as quick as possible to be part of that 2% club, that's exciting. And so, and every single month after, you're going to have, again, remember, residual income. You bring people in, you get paid. But every month after, you also get paid. All right. So that'll be $50 every month after from those 20 people.
So that's
So
it. Month one is
super exciting.
200% from the fee. And after that, it's 25% from the $10, which in turns around about $2.50 or so. So of course, times 20, that's how she got the 50. Now let me talk about number two. See, number one is you going to out there and start recruiting people into your business, introducing people to your business. Number two is as people are into your business, now let's help them do what you did in step number one. So you earn 25% matching check on the income of your direct referral earn. So the direct referral earn is what Tammy just talked about. So every time you introduce someone, you have the potential to earn 25% from their direct commission, right? So direct referral earn. So that could be quite substantial. If you use the example of Tammy earlier, where 20 business partners, let's just say for this, just the sake of discussion, some will do more, some will do less, but let's say we average it to an average of $200 a month. Well, that 25% of that 200 is $50. If you got 20 people, that's $1,000 a month. Again, I'm not saying this is what you're going to get by getting 20 people. What I'm saying is, again, it's just so for you to get an idea so you can quantify what happens based on people you introduce and based on what they earn. So that's a matching check, 25% from whatever they've earned from their recruiting activities. Now, number three, this is the residual income. That's the income that network marketers really enjoy because that's the retirement plan. 1 and 2 is direct work coming from you, which is number one. Number 2 is supporting the people you bring in. Number 3 is the combined effort of everybody coming into this team. We call it a binary team. So how does that work? How do you earn commission? Well, a binary team is there's two sides. 0, 1, it's a computer term, binary. It just means it's on or off, or left or right, as you can see here. We have indirect referral, direct referral. Indirect happens to be someone that was sponsored, someone above you. That's not you. But you happen to benefit from the activities of this indirect referral because it happens to be sharing the same path. Just as you're sponsored underneath the direct referral, the one in orange that says direct, that's directly coming from you. That would be one of your personal. Well, the indirect referral there, that's in kind of a greenish, bluish, whatever color that is. What happens here is they will benefit from your effort. That's the power of binary. So let me expand on that. So how do you earn commission? Well, one is you need to remain active to qualify for your commissions, but also to be able to have access to your service. Common sense. Number 2 is you invite others to join. And number 3, you start earning. Now, what happens is you see on the left-hand side, you got 4 bodies. On the right-hand side, you got 2 bodies. Well, that happens to be, we call it the power leg, the one with more bodies, and the pay leg, the one with lesser bodies. So how do you get paid? Well, we get paid per cycle. How does that work? Well, a cycle is exactly the representation that you see before you. It is 4 people on one side and 2 people on the other. Regardless of who brought in these people, it will generate a cycle for you. But here's something you should be aware of. Is the moment you sponsor one on your left and one on your right, now your percentage on your cycle will increase because the company will pay you based on the company's profitability and your percentage increases. And Tammy talked about, when she mentioned you sponsor your first 20. Well, what the company does is if you're part of the 2% in this company, who's the 2%ers? These are people that sponsored at least 10 people. At least one is on one side. I would recommend to balance, of course. But the fact is, if you bring in 10 people in your business, you increase the percentage of your binary even more. So it is an invested interest for you to participate in growing the binary team. So we all work together. Okay. So this could be very, very substantial because here's the thing, folks. If a cycle is worth $4 or $5 or $7, which the people who qualify for the maximum has been $7, and the people that qualify for example, they just have one on the left, one on the right, it was around $4. Well, do the math. So if you want to make, let's say, $3,000 a month, well, just reverse engineer. right? So let's say 3,000 divided by 5. How many cycle is that? That's how you can quantify the kind of income you want to earn. This is what Tammy and I are budgeting. My goal is 10,000 cycle and 15,000 cycle and 20,000 cycle. Folks, this is what Tammy and I are aiming for. And mark my words, we didn't mention that earlier, but what's going on just before we get started, we show you how do we get started. God Backup has 700 million users. Do you see the potential that this gives to God Backup, who right now I believe has reached close to 50,000? So this is magical.
Yes, the
50,000.
Dropbox has 700 million users.
And we're at 50,000. Do you
Yes.
see? And we already have people that have reached 5-figure income. Do you see the potential? Do you see how big this could become for you? So, Tammy, how do we get started?
As you can see, Chris and I are super passionate because we see what's going to happen when we really get into momentum. So for those of you who are evaluating this opportunity, jump in and put some efforts into it and watch. You're going to catch that wave. We've been in this industry for a long time. And when that wave hits, those who position themselves and those who put the efforts into it, you're gonna ride that financial wave in a way that you won't even believe that it's happening. So get ready for it and put the work ethic into it. It is so worth it. All right. So how do you get started? $20 one-time fee. And of course, it's $9.97 a month for the Got Backup service. Or like most people, they just paid the $99 annual fee. You know, they save 2 months worth of fees by just doing annual, that set and forget. And it gives you a chance to really, really get your feet wet in growing this business. So I highly recommend to just do the annual and position yourself. Yeah.
So that's the price for the core package. Now, if you want to have access to the VIP, then you add $24.97 a month. Now, folks, this is really, really, really powerful. Now, again, if you pay for the year, it's $249.70. So you get 2 months for free. So one of the benefits with the VIP, over and above the products and the add-on services that we just mentioned, understand one thing. It's increasing the revenue of the company. What does that mean? You remember the cycle is based on company's revenue. So if more people are on our VIP, more revenues are generated and increase the value of a cycle. This is so exciting. And again, we're talking about the video uploader, the memory place, the personal promote link, the domain. And folks, you don't need to try to understand all this stuff. We have trainings, we have supports, we have pre-recorded calls. There's the back office videos that are available to you. Again, folks, it is simple stuff that will increase your revenue.
Yeah. And if you're actively building your business, you're going to be using these VIP tools. So take advantage of it. And you know what? We all need business expenses, right? Everything is tax deductible when you purchase things that are helping your business grow. So always remember that. If you've never been in business before, you need the expenses. And of course, you want to use the VIP marketing stuff so that you can increase your revenue in your business. Okay. Get more results in your business. And of course, you can see here, it says 132 countries. We are more than 132 countries now. We're growing and growing on a regular basis. I believe we're up to 134 and it's not going to stop there. So the best part is you can do business in any country around the world. There's no borders to what we do. It's an app. It's a storage.
And what's interesting here, folks, we also have a recognition program. And you can see here that we have the precious metal tiers. These are the ranks that people will reach from $20 to $250, $500, $1,000, $1,500, and that's the precious metals. I want to give you a clue here. If you want to build a solid business, you see where it says copper of $250? This is a core rank. If you get your team to reach that. And very soon, Tammy and I, with the leadership, are putting a training together to teach you how to get to copper. And you may think it's not a lot of money. Folks, think again. Because once this is duplicated across the board, it will push you all the way up to black diamond if everybody does that. Because once people start earning $250 a month, that's when it becomes very interesting. Because in North America, in many countries, actually, it's a salary that most managers will make anywhere between $200 to $300. But when you start duplicating around the world, considering that in North America, $300 a month is just shy away of staying at float to avoid bankruptcy. Again, folks, it's a serious amount when it is compounded. So, folks, again, our goal is black diamond, but we understand that we're going through the stages. Tammy and I are in the gems right now, and many of our leaders are also moving on to the precious metal. To now, they're touching into the gems. Soon, we're going to start reaching the ruby, and then we'll be crossing to the diamond level. So, folks, it's very exciting. Now, as we finish this presentation, let's talk a little bit about the support, Tammy.
Yeah, there's a lot of support. You're going to have your own personalized referral link, your personalized landing page. You got an email marketing system that's infrastructure is there for you to learn. And as I mentioned, there's marketing tools, there's videos for everything so you can learn how to do everything that's available to build your business here. Regular online presentations like this. You have different languages. People are presenting in different languages now. And the Wednesday night cutoff night, that's the one you really want to get on. Joel is so powerful. He's doing the presentation, the owner of the company, the CEO. And there's team training support. Chris and I do a training for anybody who's part of Got Back Up every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And when we can't make it, we have somebody that, Eastern time. We have somebody that covers for us. Joel did a great session last week, understanding the VIP and the importance of the VIP package and the value of it. So lots of great things are happening with Got Back Up.
And we have a board where all these trainings are actually, you can go into recorded calls and you can see as you scroll down that the most recent training are going to be at the bottom, and the VIP training, that the benefits of the VIP. I really highly recommend you take advantage of this particular knowledge for you to understand the full idea of what this is all about. Product, at the end of the day, folks, we have a product that everyone needs, and a business that everyone can afford.
So if you're evaluating this for the first time, don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. It is the time to get started. It is a service that everyone is using, and it's the future. We're in a paperless world. Whether people like it or not, we're in a paperless world, and people are always storing their stuff in virtual folders. No matter what business you deal with, it's virtual now. So just grab onto it. Robert, VIP is where it's at for sure. And definitely get started. Don't hesitate. I'm telling you, when Chris and I saw this, we've been, like I said, we've been in the industry for a long time. And when we saw this, we were like, oh my gosh, this is going to be massive. This is going to be massive. And those who put the efforts into it and talk to everybody they can think about in your social environment, through online marketing, there's so many ways to market this. So definitely get back to the person who introduced you to this because you want to get started.
Absolutely, folks. Again, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern time, Joel is doing a presentation to close the week on Wednesday evening. Start inviting people for this. Let people know about this venture. Stay the course. Be consistent. Be congruent. And I assure you, the chances will be on your side to reach the income that you desire, opposed to the income that you have to live with. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for joining us today. It was a real pleasure. Chris and Tammy here. Have a great one. Bye for now.